My name is Jaya. I'm a career coach. Today I will discuss illegal interview questions and how to respond to it. Illegal questions based on nationality, country of origin, and race. Are you a Canadian citizen? This is one of the major illegal questions. If you are legally permitted to work in Canada, that should do. An employer cannot discriminate whether you're a PR holder, whether you have a work permit, or whether you're a Canadian citizen. If somebody is trying to know from which country of origin you're from, that is illegal. That's an interesting accent. What country are you from? If somebody asks you this, you can actually sue the employer. What is your race? What is your ethnicity? Where are your parents from? These are all questions that an employer or an interviewer should not ask. If you would like, you can respond it this way. I'm legally entitled to work in Canada, and that should do. Discriminatory questions based on language. We live in a world where people speak many thousands of languages. If an interviewer asks you, like, is English your first language? That is discriminatory. You do not have to have English as first language to work in Canada. If your English or French is good, it'll be easy for you to communicate effectively with your colleagues and co-workers and get your work done. So if somebody asks you, like, what's your mother tongue? You do not have to answer. You can say this instead: I can communicate effectively at work. Discriminatory questions based on age. If an interviewer asks you, how old are you? That's a big no-no. As long as you can work in Canada. Some employers prefer to hire people within certain age group, but they are not legally allowed to do so. So you do not have to disclose this information voluntarily. When did you graduate your high school? They're trying to calculate your age by asking this question. You can respond, I would like to know how my age matters to the work that I will do. Discriminatory questions based on marital or family status. Questions like, are you married? Are you gonna plan to have kids in the near future? Do you have kids? Are you a caregiver? Do you have any other responsibilities that you have to take care that might affect work? These are all questions that is pointing towards your marital or family status, and these questions are illegal. You could respond in different ways to this question. You could either say that you will focus on your professional life rather than your personal life, or you could say that I would make sure that my family responsibilities or my family status or marital status is not going to interfere with my work in any way. An interviewer usually will try and see whether you would have to take many day offs or make some daycare arrangements for kids. So you want to assure that this status would not affect your ability to perform at work. Discriminatory questions based on criminal offense that has been pardoned. If something has happened in the past, you have a criminal record and everything is now wiped off and now you've received your pardon, it has nothing to do with your employment, your future employment. So if an employer asks, like, have you ever been arrested? You could say that you can provide a clean criminal record check, a most recent one, and that should do. Discriminatory question based on mental or physical disability. Questions like, how is your health? Do you have any disabilities? Or questions like, I can see that you're limping. What happened? These questions are illegal. Some employers might need people with certain traits, like, you cannot be a pilot if you're blind. So that's bona fide job requirements. So any disabilities which is not bona fide job requirements, they cannot discriminate you. They would need to accommodate you. If an interviewer asks, like, do you like to smoke? They're trying to see whether you have any respiratory condition that probably would be a problem. So if they're pointing towards any of the disabilities, you could respond, that I do not have any disabilities that would cause any problems at work, that will affect work in any ways. Discriminatory question based on your gender and gender expressions. If somebody asks you, what is your sexual orientation? Do you like girls? Do you like boys? Or anything which would want you to reveal your sexual orientation or your gender, you do not want to answer to that question. You could rather say, I prefer not to answer this question unless there is an absolute need and how it relates with the job that you will do. Discriminatory question based on religion and religious beliefs. If somebody asks you, do you go to church on Sundays? That they're trying to see which religion you believe in, and probably that's one major reason why people will discriminate you. Are you willing to work on religious holidays? An employer should accommodate you if you are calling in a day off and you do not want to work on a religious holiday, so you can choose to say no to that. But yeah, it's this particular question is illegal for sure. What religion do you practice? Some employers are more straightforward. If somebody asks you this, you could choose not to disclose that information. Instead, you could just say, can you please explain to me how this is applicable to my performance of the job? This question has nothing to do with your job performance anyways. Discriminatory question based on your appearance. How tall are you? How much do you weigh? What's your eye color? Or, the hair color, or any other features that you have. If an employer asks you a question regarding to your appearance and features, you could pretty much respond like this. Please help me understand how my eye color or height or weight would be any matter to the employer or the job that you will do. As a Canadian, you should know your rights. Do not volunteer to answer the illegal questions and give interviewers a reason to reject you. Instead, ask, can you please explain why this question is relevant to the job? Thank you for watching. Take care. Stay safe. Bye bye.